last week was a cool week where I got to break away from the shop for a little bit and go to Milwaukee Tools to check out some brand new tools. So they have an event called the Pipeline event, and we get to check out all the new stuff coming out for the upcoming year. So I'm going to take you guys along with me and show you what's coming out for the 2024 year. Some pretty cool automotive tools are coming out, so check these out.
That we're developing for the automotive and equipment maintenance technician. Now that innovation story doesn't just happen overnight, it's years in the making. Our product management team, we're going to talk to today, our engineering team and our industrial design teams are going out into the shop and working with you, the automotive technician working at the dealership or in the garage, the diesel technician that's doing OTR work or 18-wheeler jobs, or the collision repair tech that's doing paint and body work every single day. We're working with you to understand your frustrations, your challenges, so we can deliver innovation that directly addresses those pain points head on.
On this next clip, we're going to be checking out what I call the workhorse. So it's the new high torque impact wrench from Milwaukee. It hasn't been upgraded since 2017, so check it out here. So the Gen 2 came out nearly 6 years ago, and it's about time they come up with an update. So this has been redesigned from the ground up, including the electronics in the handles here, the motors, the batteries, everything has been upgraded. You'll see that here in a second.
That's pretty cool because that makes more sense to put it in the handle versus the just for heat.
Guys, to our new Gen 3 M18 Fuel half-inch high torque impact. Now to kick things off here, I want to give you guys an overview of what we've done gen over gen to truly raise that bar once again. If you look at what we had launched in 2017, that was a solution that was able to finally completely replace corded and pneumatic solutions on the job site and in the shop. The feedback that we've gotten from you guys working with you on the shop site over the past 6 years gave us the confidence to formulate a ground-up redesign to provide you another best-in-class solution. So if we take a look at our Gen 3 tool, you'll see a couple different things that we did from a design aspect that allow us to deliver on one of the most powerful tools in the industry, the most compact and the fastest tool, along with being one of the most durable. For starters, you'll see here that we have a more power-dense motor. We're actually able to pack over 20% more copper into this motor, allowing us to maximize power and performance. Not only because of its more power dense, that stack length was decreased, which allowed us to have length savings as well in the tool. You'll also see we took the electronics and put them in the handle. So these grip electronics that are potted, this new electronics package is more thermally robust, which allows us to maximize power and performance of the tool as well in combination of that motor. And then as well as for moving the electronics from the base of the tool into the grip, it allows us to add an incremental length savings as well. Awesome. You'll also see we added a battery isolator here. This isolation system secures battery connection and controls vibration transmitted to the pack. So you're no longer needing to hold the battery or tape the battery, put a boot on there after prolonged usage over time with this tool. The last thing, one of the other key features here, as we packed more performance and power into this tool, we actually have a proprietary anvil material that in manufacturing process that ensures that this tool, that we're not going to shear anvils, whether it be 3 weeks, 4 weeks, 5 months, a year into the life of the tool. Whereas some of our competitors are not addressing that anvil material change accompanied with the power and performance increase.
Awesome. What's the power difference between last year's model and today's model?
Yeah, so our Gen 3 is going to be 1,200 foot-pounds of fastening and 1,600 foot-pounds of nut-busting torque when paired with our Forge pack.
So the high power numbers are referring to the new battery packs coming out next year called the Forge.
If you pair it with our XC50, it'll be 1,100 fastening and 1,500 nut-busting, whereas our previous generation was 1,000 fastening and 1,400 foot-pounds nut-busting.
Nice. Very cool.
So the new high torque also is a little bit lighter than the previous model, the Gen 2. One of my favorite features is the updated LED lights they got on the nose here. 3 lights. The previous model only had 1 by the trigger, so making it much nicer to light up your work area. And with a side-by-side comparison, you can see the tool is even shorter than the previous model. So I gotta break some bad news to this customer. As you can see here, lack of maintenance has caused some serious issues. We got some timing issues here that pretty much are non-repairable unless you tear that engine completely down. In the meanwhile, how about you guys check out this new tool?
So here we have the Milwaukee Tool 42-inch pry bar. Got an I-beam shank, which gives you added durability. If you think of I-beams in building structures, giving that durability but less weight, so it's 10 to 20% lighter. You got the strike cap, hammer ready, tri-lobe handle, and then the textured tip to prevent from slipping.
So I was going to install the variable valve timing valve in this engine, but because of the oil sludge, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to return the parts, put this part back together. In the meanwhile, I wanted to talk to you a little bit about how Milwaukee Tool has stepped up and expanded their hand tool line. So check this out from the show.
All right, so here we have Milwaukee's new flare nut wrenches. We have a 5-piece SAE set and a 6-piece metric set. Taken a lot of the very loved innovation from our combination wrenches. So you see the ink-filled size labels, easy to identify the sizes. You got the comfortable rounded I-beam handle. And then obviously the quality and durability that you expect from Milwaukee Tool. These are available now.
Next up, we got snap ring pliers.
And for the majority of the convertible style that we saw, it's the set screw, so you have to completely unscrew it, you lose your screw half the time, you have to take it fully apart to convert it. We also saw that there was some camlock style with this dial, which makes it pretty easy to switch, but every single person we saw with this, it was a plastic camlock dial, which, you know, if you're in a heavy duty setting, if you drop this, if you drop something on it, it breaks pretty easily. So we got some inspiration for the ease of using the camlock style, but we wanted to make it better and make it more effective. So we have an all-metal dial here, more durable than anything that's plastic, but then you're avoiding the pain of the set screw and fully taking it apart, so you can easily convert it with this dial. So trying to take kind of the best of both worlds in terms of durability and ease of use. And then also, so you can buy these individually, but I think the best seller will probably be this 9-piece set. And another thing we noticed was a lot of times people come in a big blow molded case. And guys, just put the pliers in their drawer, get rid of the case, or it would fit in steel storage drawers pretty easily. This is one of our bigger drawers, obviously fits very well in there. And then magnets on the back too. So in terms of storage ease, if someone doesn't have room in their drawers or wants to hang it on the outside because they're using these pretty frequently, that is a nice touch as well. So really offering that versatility.
Is the handle removable?
The handle is removable, so if you do want to keep it in your drawers and take that off, it folds nicely, but you can just pop it right off.
Hi everyone, I'm excited to show you Milwaukee's new bit sockets with 4 flat sides. We have the 4 flat side design on all of our chrome sockets for anti-roll wrench-ready capabilities, and we heard the same need to bring that over to bit sockets. So how many times have you found yourself working on an uneven floor, you need a free hand, set your socket down, and it rolls away on you? The Milwaukee 4 flat sides, your socket stays put. Another benefit of the 4 flat sides is that when you're in a really tight space, you don't have enough room for both the socket and the ratchet, you can get a wrench on these 4 flats. That allows you to access the tight space without having to remove additional parts. Additionally, these bit sockets are made from one forged piece of steel. So a lot of the competition you'll see out there has 2 pieces where the bit is press fit into the base. Saw a lot of the bits breaking off or separating from the base when we were in the field. So we made ours out of one forged piece of steel that adds reinforcement to that tip, giving you durability. All of these are going to be available in sets and sold individually. So we have a metric hex, Torx, and SAE hex. All the sets come with included storage rails for organization, and all of the Milwaukee Mechanics hand tools are backed by a lifetime guarantee.
Very cool. So Milwaukee has come out with a new set of pliers for the hard to reach areas. These are needle nose, straight 45, and they also have the hose gripping pliers. So to get down in those tight areas, a lot of brands will use what they call the double hinge pliers, which means when you squeeze them, there's not very much force on the tip. The harder you squeeze, the less gripping power. So Milwaukee has come out with a cross handle design, so as you squeeze it, it gets tighter at the tip. But the single hinge design allows you to get that tight squeeze that you need, but when you stick it down into a tight area and try to open the pliers up, it has very little movement where you can open it up. I'll show you right here. So as you slide it down this tube here, and then you try to open the tip up, you can't get the tip to open up very wide. Now with Milwaukee's cross handle design, it allows you to get down in there, and as you open it up, it gets narrower at the top. So, and allows you to get into these really tight spots, grab the fastener or debris or whatever you're trying to grab, and actually grab whatever you're trying to reach with some actual gripping power. So if you're trying to do a hose clamp or grab a fastener that fell into a tight spot, you have plenty of gripping power and you're able to get it in there. So they come in straight, 45-degree angle, and also the most common hose sizes. So you just going to have small, medium, and large to get those hoses off. And that's going to be fuel line, vacuum lines, that type of stuff. One of the tools that had some of the most buzz around it was called the Insider. It's a new ratchet, so check this one out. So Milwaukee has expanded their M12 ratchet line with the new Insider. So this is a pass-through design ratchet with specially designed pass-through and non-pass-through sockets. So the head size with the socket on it is the smallest on the market by far, and it's designed to get in those super tight spots. So they had it all broken down so we can see exactly how it worked. Pretty cool how the head design on it is. It spins upwards of 300 RPMs with 60 foot-pounds of torque. So when you purchase the ratchet, it's going to come with the sockets with it. Also a few adapters for 1/4 inch and 1/2 inch drive. With those adapters on it, was my favorite feature on it. The head of it was even smaller than a standard ratchet with the socket on there. The socket is able to go in on either side, the left or the right side, depending on where you want the reverse and forward switch to be. That way you can get in and out of those tight spots without getting the ratchet stuck. So the SAE sizes are going to be from 5/16 up to 3/4 inch. Metric is going to be from 8 millimeter all the way up to 21 millimeter with a few adapters. 1/4 inch and 3/8. You'll be able to put your standard sockets on here as well. Asked what was the highlight of the show for me, and for me it wasn't the hand tools, the power tools, it was a battery. So Milwaukee has come out with a new M18 forged battery, what they're calling. Lots of new technology in it. Super cool. It's going to give all your existing tools a boost. Check out this footage here.
My name is Tim Yo. I'm a product manager at Milwaukee Tool Batteries. Excited to share a new battery that we have launching, a red lithium forged XC60 battery. So when you look at what we have here, we have our standard red lithium XC50 battery. From there, we have our tier high output. And high output batteries deliver more power, really stepping up for users that are looking to increase your capability or get faster application speeds. Then we have the addition of our M18 red lithium forged XC60. This battery is delivering 6 amp hours, and it actually delivers high output total power in a much smaller size. So it's 30% lighter, 30% smaller, and 40% lighter than the high output total today, but you're still able to get that power. Additionally, the housing is a resistant housing, so it gives you that protection against oils, greases, and solvents that are commonly found within transportation maintenance or manufacturing environments.
The cells in the battery have been redesigned completely to get that power. I'll do a more detailed video in the future. So the housing has been redesigned to resist those chemicals, and the fuel gauge here has an upgrade as well.
The fastest charger in the industry. So I mentioned before that Forge 60 is able to charge it in 15 minutes to 80%. That's because it's able to push that amps, push that. It's got 2 bays, so it charges simultaneously, so it charges 2 batteries at the same time. Yeah. And also has a new feature called Charge Adapt. Charge Adapt is new technology as well that we're introducing. Essentially, when you put 2 batteries on there, or one battery is a lower state of charge than the other, it'll recognize that and actually kind of split the current and divide it to the pack that needs more faster charge. Okay. So it really kind of makes sure that you deliver on the productivity,
So he was mentioning cooling. The actual charger is providing the cooling.
Yep, so you look at here, on MX Fuel example, you got cool cycle here. And what it means is that there's actually fans that are in this charger that blow air. Okay. If you look at that MX Fuel battery, it's got vents.
And it's on the M18?
It's on the M18 one as well.
Okay.
Yep.
Awesome.
Yeah. Trying to film a video here and got a visitor. What are you doing, buddy? This is Charlie, everybody. Charlie, come here and say hi. Come here. Come here. Oh, he's so cute. Yeah, he's a cutie. So watch when I pet him, he usually will flop right on cue. He loves his belly rub.